Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Family Wealth and Other Musings. I am your host, Becky Easton. Do you ever find that the same issue or theme kind of runs across your life sometimes? I've joked recently with some other attorneys about how certain types of cases or specific issues come up in groups. Like when I began taking more probate cases, all of a sudden I had several potential clients asking for my help. And it's not totally unlike seeing kind of patterns or numbers, or the car you bought is all of a sudden everywhere. But this week's theme in my life is work-related, as I keep getting messages about digital assets. Our blog this week and Tuesday's podcast episode started a 2-part series on passing down your digital assets, which will pick back up again next week. And today, a good friend of mine sent me an Instagram reel talking about setting up your Apple legacy contact. He told me how one of his coworkers lost his mom recently, and without giving it much thought, his father canceled her phone line. And then later, when they were trying to access her accounts online, many of them had 2-factor authentication set up, which required them to enter a passcode which had been texted to the now non-existent number. What a nightmare. So I just actually set this up for myself when we upgraded our phones last, and I know I need to be sure to include this info with my planning documents as well. So I wanted to share some more information about digital legacy in iOS 15 with you all tonight. And if you're not an Apple user, I won't fault you if you skip past the rest of this episode, but you never know when the information might come in handy. So if you are an iPhone user, even if you have a will or a trust, that may not be enough to allow your family access to the contents of your phone. A lot of your financial information is there, and like I said, with the rise of 2-factor authentication, you may find that you need to receive a text message to access an account. And without specific authorization, you may find that you're having to go, or your loved ones rather, are having to go to the probate court in order to have the judge authorize access to the contents of your phone. Well, Digital Legacy in iOS 15 aims to solve this problem by letting you securely pass down your data, such as photos, videos, notes, and other information, to trusted friends and family members. It will allow your close ones to access your files after you're gone. And as hard as it is to look at the photos of a deceased person, this feature makes sense when you have to access data related to their billing accounts, insurance emails, and other things like that. So in iOS 15, you're able to add contacts to pass your digital legacy. Your close ones can request a copy of your data using an access key and a copy of the death certificate. Upon verification from Apple, you'll be able to download the files of the deceased person. So after you've added a family member as a digital legacy contact, they'll be able to access all of the data linked into your account, including messages, mails, photos, videos, documents, notes, contacts, and calendar events. They won't, however, be able to view information like your iCloud keychain, payment information, subscriptions, or licensed media. There's also an expiration date for the data, which means that you only have a specified number of days before which you have to download all of the data. As a plus point, however, Apple is going to allow you to directly import the data to an iPhone, iPad, or Mac. One question to wonder about is whether Apple can see the data of a deceased family member's iCloud account. And fortunately, that answer is no, because when you request a copy of the data, Apple securely packages the contents onto a zip file, which you can then download. Apple ensures that every step involved in this process is encrypted, and none of that data can be seen by Apple. So, how do you add a digital legacy contact? It is super easy, guys. It takes just a couple minutes. Basically, you just open iPhone settings and tap your name, select password and security, and then select legacy contact. Then you tap add legacy contact, tap add legacy contact again, enter your Apple ID password and sign in, search for your trusted contact, and hit continue. This generates an access key for your account, and anyone who tries to download your data will require this access key. Then you tap print a copy and save the access key as a PDF. So remember, you're going to need to share a copy of the death certificate and the access key to request a copy of the data. And that data has an expiration date, so you do have to download it before it's permanently deleted. Digital legacy is a valuable tool for sure in this digital era, right? It really shows how we've evolved and become so dependent on technology, right? So when you're needing to request data, if you are named as the digital legacy contact for someone's iCloud account, that that web address is digital-legacy.apple.com. So thanks again for tuning into this quick episode. I thought this was kind of perfect timing that this kept turning up this week, that I wanted to talk to you about it. And especially when it's tied to a specific story about, my friend's coworker and having directly just gone through this scenario and not being able to access information that they needed, And really, when you think about it, it makes sense that a will would not actually cover this, especially if you're not specifically calling out your digital assets and giving your agents and personal representatives and successor trustees the authority to deal with your digital assets and accounts and everything. An important thing to think of when you are putting your estate planning documents together. And this is definitely something where if it's been a while since you have put your documents together, you will want to take a peek at them and see what they say about digital assets and access to them. So go touch them if it's been a while, right? And see what's in there. And if you don't have your planning in place, be sure that you are at least naming legacy contacts. I keep saying contents. Make sure that you're naming digital legacy contacts on your iPhone, or wherever else you can, and reach out to an attorney to discuss how you can get everything set up and protected and make life easy for your loved ones as they are mourning your death, and leave them space for that by making the transfer super easy. And you can find a personal family lawyer near you by going to personalfamilylawyer.com. Or if you're in Arizona or Colorado and would like to discuss further with me, you can reach my front desk by calling 480-999-4455. And you can schedule 15 minutes on my calendar and see if we might be a fit to work together. And just a quick reminder, as always, I do encourage you to reach out to an attorney because this isn't specific legal advice for you. Just information to help pique your interest. And I think that's all I have for you guys tonight. So thanks again for tuning in. This has been Family Wealth and Other Musings. I'm your host, Becky Easton, and thank you so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.